Hi everyone, I am here today to talk to you about what I have read during the last 2 weeks because I failed at uploading a video last week. Was it last week? I don't even know anymore. I did film a video when I said I was going to of what I'd read so far, and then I realised that I'd faced the camera on my phone the wrong way and I'd just got a nice really grainy image. I still have that video, so here's a little clip of that right now. I just couldn't upload that. I had no time to refilm. I had no willpower to refilm because talking about the same thing that you've just talked about half an hour ago is really, really irritating. So I'm here today with a couple of weeks worth of reading, and in that time I've read 3 books. Not too shabby considering October I read 1. So yeah, the first book I want to talk to you about today is Dexter in the Dark by Jeff Lindsay, and I listened to the audiobook of this and I gave it 4 stars. It was a really fantastic listen actually. It's the 3rd book in this series, so I can't say an awful lot about it, but it was really enjoyable. I loved that it went down a really different path. Obviously I can't tell you what that path is. I need to be really vague here, but it was really different to the first 2 books. Really different still to the TV show, but actually I really loved it, and this is the first one that I probably enjoyed equally to the TV show possibly, as the first 2 books for me were quite weak in comparison. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one. If you're unsure of who Dexter is and the whole story of Dexter, then how have you never seen the TV show or heard anything about the books? But Dexter is a serial killer. He kills bad guys. That's his way of sort of getting his need to kill out. So rather than just killing any random innocent person, he has sort of trained himself, helped his father over the years to sort of rein that in and just kill the bad guys. And yeah, I'm going to carry on with the series, of course. As far as I'm concerned, the series seems to be getting better as it goes on, so there is that. The second book I finished was a book I was reading on my Kindle, and that was Gone, which is the first book in the Gone series by Michael Grant. And I gave this 3 stars. Basically, I really enjoyed this. It's sort of dystopian, sci-fi, young adult series where everyone over the age of 14 all of a sudden just poofs one day, and everyone just like has no idea where the adults have gone. Loads of things start kicking off because you've got people trying to be good and just trying to sort of keep society going, but then you've got people trying to cause trouble and mayhem, and still people are trying to work out what's going on as well. They have no clue what is like the big deal with where all the adults have gone, whether they're dead, whether they've like just mysteriously kind of disappeared to another dimension, whatever. They don't have a clue, and it's actually really, really exciting and interesting in places. The beginning's really, really strong. The end's really strong. The middle dragged so much I was having to literally force myself to read it, hence the 3 stars. I just really struggled to get through that middle bit. It was actually a little bit horrific. I am going to be continuing on with the series though, and I'm really excited to carry on with it. So then the final book I finished recently was another Kindle book, and that was The Silver Mask by Cassandra Clare and Holly Black, and this is the 4th book in the Magisterium series. And I've been really enjoying this series, and I think this was my favourite book from the series so far, though it's quite a short book in comparison. And obviously I can't talk anything about what happens in it at all, but if you haven't checked this series out yet, I highly recommend it. The first book people have issues with because it has quite a few sort of Harry Potter crossovers. Some people call it a Harry Potter copy, and at times I can see where people are coming from with that, but I do think this series has its own merit. It's really strong on its own, especially now I'm into the 4th book. There is just one final book to come out next year, and if you keep going with it, it gets stronger with each book, I think, and the 4th book blew me away. It ended on such a cliffhanger too, like, what's going to happen now? I'm so excited for the 5th book. So I can't remember whether I said or not, but I gave that one 5 stars. So the last time I did film a video, I mentioned that I was still pulling out a book from the TBR bag, as I'd read 1 book and I still had over 20 on my Kindle. That is still the case even this time. So last time I managed to pull out Summer Nights at the Moonlight Hotel by Jane Costello, and that is down as sort of like a women's fiction contemporary novel. I don't know how fast I'm going to jump to that one because it looks like it should be a really quick read, but then it's like 500 odd pages, so not in any major rush, but that's the beauty of my new reading system. So as I said, I will be filming a video at some point that shows you what books I currently have to pick from on my Kindle. But yeah, because I'm still above 20 books, I can only pick one book out this week, even though I've read 2 off my Kindle. It's really difficult to just get one out of the bag because they're all just like jumping out. What do we have here? Oh, I'm not completely familiar with this. So I've had this book a long time on my Kindle, so this will be really great. And it's Anne Frank's Tales from the Secret Annex by Anne Frank. Now, I've never read Anne Frank's diary. I'm just going to look this book up and see how they're related. So after looking this up, this is a complete collection of Anne Frank's lesser known writing, so short stories, fables, personal reminiscences and an unfinished novel. Here too are portions of the diary originally withheld from publication by her father, by turns fantastical, rebellious, touching, funny and heartbreaking. These writings reveal the astonishing range of Anne Frank's wisdom and imagination. Anne Frank's Tales from the Secret Annex is a testament to the determined young woman's extraordinary genius and persistence of strength and creative spirit. So I'm really excited to pick this up. It's got an average of 4.23 on Goodreads, and that's with over 11,000 ratings. So this will definitely be a fantastic read. What I do want to do, because of the subject matter of this book, is actually send Anne Frank's diary over onto my Kindle as well and read that one first, just so that I've got that in my head too. So this is basically adding 2 more books to my Kindle TBR for this week. But it's nice to have something else to choose from, and something that I've been thinking is a really important book that I should have read for so long. So between the 2 of these, they are just going to be fantastic reads, I think. So yeah, that brings me to the end of this sort of portion. I also just need to sort of fill you in on what I'm currently reading, I suppose. So my current audiobook is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. Really enjoying it, although so far I think I preferred the film. My current Kindle book is The Diviners by Libba Bray, which is a young adult series that I'm really enjoying. I've already read 31% and most of that was in one sitting. I wanted to just read the book all night long, but I didn't want to get no sleep that night as it's quite a chunker. It said it was still going to take me another 8+ hours to read. I was like, it's 2 AM, can I really justify reading another 8 hours to finish this book? Probably not. And then I am still reading Night Film, I just don't even want to talk about it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe by clicking the image of me to decide if you want to see more book reviews and other bookish content from me. And I will see you soon. Bye bye!